Hello, and thank you for watching my video. Welcome to another in the series looking at how you can make gold in Guild Wars 2. Now, it has been a while since I've done one of these. This is because the Heart of Thorns expansion came out and the economy is still in flux. So there's many different ways in which you can make gold through certain items, but it changes very, very quickly. And that's pretty much the same, for example, a lot of the old classic items that were worth a lot of money are now pretty redundant because they're able to be farmed a lot more thanks to the bonus system that you get when you actually complete the map bonuses. Particularly if we actually have a look at ore, you can get charged lodestones which have dropped in value, giant eyes which has actually caused the Scepter Immobilis, which was one of the most highly valued weapons in the game, to drop almost 500 gold in a week. That is incredible. So a lot of the T6 materials, they're down in price. So let's ask ourselves, what are the materials that are actually earning gold? And this is one of the issues I actually have with Guild Wars 2 in Heart of Thorns. When they nerf dungeons and, particularly the Silver Waste Farm isn't as impressive as it once was, making gold in Guild Wars 2 isn't that particularly easy. However, there is one way in which you can earn gold, and I wanted to show you a very easy way in which you can earn gold. A lot of people will know about this, and this isn't anything new. This is the Flax Farm. So it's not only just the Flax Farm, this is basically harvesting in Guild Wars 2. This is earning gold in Guild Wars 2 by pressing F. So here we go, we're going to earn a fair amount of gold. Well, we'll probably earn 1 gold from this just by pressing F. It's not too hard, you just go down to the Flax Farm, glide down, make sure you don't dive, by opening your glider too late. But all you're doing is pressing F and collecting flax. That's it. Now, I know people are going to say, well, if on the Silver Waste Chest Farm, all you did was press F, but you actually move around. And so here we go. We actually got 12 flax seeds from that. We've got some tiny snowflakes and flax fiber. Now, those of you can sell these straight on the trading post, and that will get you 40 silver. Okay, that's not bad, not bad. If you've got a load of alternate characters there, that's pretty good. Or you can actually convert that by crafting into a linseed oil. Now, why linseed oil is so much right now is because it's primarily used a lot in guild halls. Now, what you'll see is it fluctuates a lot. It was, come Heart of Thorns launch, it was around 4 to 5 gold. It has sort of stabilized around the 1 gold for the last 2 weeks. Now, obviously, if you're watching this down the line, this could be well down by now, but at the current time, the vial of linseed oil is a easy way to make gold, because generally, if you're not involved in a big guild, or you're not worried about doing a guild haul, linseed oil isn't really that necessary. You don't need it too much. But those of guilds that, particularly me, my guild need it for scribing. It's extremely important for actually progressing your guild. So, that's one form of farming. The other one, which came in with Heart of Thorns, which is now extremely profitable, is the one over here in the Plains of Ashford. Now, this is a classic farming point. This is where you can farm potatoes. And why are suddenly potatoes so expensive? Well, this again comes to do with the scribing. Now, the scribe actually has the opportunity, particularly to actually craft items, but they need a particular dye set, and that is a pouch of brown dye. Now, the pouches of brown dye you can actually get, and you can actually craft yourself. If I look at that, while I go around harvesting, let's actually have a look at the pouch of brown dye, because you actually do need it for a lot of the stages for your scribe. So we've got the pouch of brown dye. That's 23 silver right now. So that's pretty damn expensive, because you need 10 of them. So that's 2 gold for every basic salvaging kit, or even sort of a normal crafting kit for the scribe. So this is a very good way to actually earn a lot of gold by having your character jump between these 2 spots. I mean, look here, we made 13 potatoes, so if we sell these on the trading post, well, that's another 20 silver. So just in less than a couple of minutes, if I've done these 2 harvesting points, I've earned like 60 silver. This is a very efficient way to actually earn gold right now, and it's probably one of the most profitable ways. Alright, okay, I can't do this more, once I've done this with this character, I have to go around and use all my alternate characters. But this is, where having alternate characters, you can see here I have 24. But look at my characters here. They're parked at Verdant Brink, Plains of Ashford, Verdant Brink, Verdant Brink, Verdant Brink, Plains of Ashford, Plains of Ashford, Verdant Brink, Verdant Brink, Verdant Brink. These are all characters that I have that doing the farming, because they're just, I have so many, I haven't even looked. Verdant Brink, Plains of Ashford. So what I want to show you as well is why these items are valuable. And while they'll continue to be valuable for a little while, but they are likely to drop off from the midpoint of 2016, when things sort of, people have been farming it quite a while. So this is something a little bit different. I don't usually do this in my how to make gold videos, but I wanted to give you guys the actual explanation as to why these items are valuable right now. So what I'm doing, I'm actually loading up, eventually it'll load up on my Scribe, and I want to show you exactly why these particular items, and why a lot of items are actually quite valuable right now. Okay, so we've eventually loaded in, and let's actually take a look. This is my Scribe. Now, he's actually at 131 right now, and we can go here. We've actually got the initiate level, so this is the level he's at. So, say I want to create a, let's take a throne, okay? Alright, so I've got the essence of elegance. You need some softwood planks. I have a back chair. Let's say for argument's sake I've got one of those. But you need a basic finishing kit. And this is where a lot of the items that we've been talking about take effect. So we come in, you need 6 vials of linseed oil. So that's 6 gold right there. You need basic scribing kit and 5 sheets of coarse sandpaper. Now again, if you actually have another area to look at, these piles of coarse sand are very important for farming as well. You can do that in dry top and the silver wastes, or even in PvP, which you can see here via the reward track, the Maguma wastes. A really easy way to get a lot of piles of coarse sand. Let's go back and let's have a look at the basic scribing kit, because you need that a lot. Well, what do we need for this? We need a softwood pen. That's pretty easy to get. We need a bag of shimmering blotting powder. Now, this obviously involves resonating slivers that you get from the guild missions. And then we have the basic ink set. Now, the basic ink set, you think, oh, cool. Okay, so you've got the red pouch of red dye. You think, yeah, sweet. Okay, so you're moving on. Crystalline bottle, you buy them from the Master Scribe. And then a simple inkjet. That is where you involve the brown dye. So you need the brown dye to make the red dye kit, which then allows you to make the basic scribing kit, which allows you to make the basic finishing kit. Which, if we actually have a look here, the campfire basic finishing kit, basic finishing kit, basic finishing kit, basic finishing kit, basic finishing kit. The basic finishing kit is extremely useful and is used in a lot of them. Not only that, you look at some of the other items needed for scribing, things like if we go back to the spear topiary, the evergreen lodestone, they're actually pretty expensive as well right now, 1.85 gold, and you get them, you double click on the slivers, and you can eventually get them up into lodestones, and that's because they are involved in a lot of the plants, and they're actually quite nice. I like a lot of the plants, generally a lot of these guild items, the evergreen lodestone you will probably not need generally if you're making a legendary. I might be corrected on that, but if we actually have a look here, these are obviously the items that have come in. Most of these items here, apart from the brown ones, they're not worth too much. And again, all the T6 materials, they've dropped in price dramatically compared to when Heart of Thorns was out. If you look at items that have gone up in price, none of these fine crafting materials really, apart from the carcass shells, have gone up. Nothing else has really gone up in price. Most of the rare crafting materials are actually dropping in price, apart from obviously the slivers, but I think even they will start to drop in price. And you go to the sending materials, the only ones you can actually buy there are the stabilizing matrix, and that, again, is pretty expensive, but that's probably due to more speculation to do with the fractals and how they're going to be changing, so I'm not going to go cover that. But looking at basic materials, again, nothing really here is worth too much apart from the black diamond, because it's used in certain gear sets, and if you can actually get some of these, it's very worth selling them, because they're worth almost 4 gold, and they've actually been worth like that for at least a few weeks. Obviously the orbs they used, they've actually stabilized the orb market, and whereas the ruby orb used to be really much more expensive because the orbs are used in amalgamated gemstones. Even the food section, there's not really too much that's worth that much anymore. And it's, look, the thing that the ArenaNet have done, they've balanced out this market. The common crafting materials is suddenly now ridiculously expensive. This here, a elderwood log, okay? If we actually look at the elderwood log, this actually is now 2 silver, okay? 2 silver. And this is where I'm going to take you. I'm going to go and show you again why things like this is why ArenaNet, it's become, the way to make gold is by pressing F. So, for those of you who've not done this in a while, this became a very, very popular farming spot. Now, for those of you who came in with Heart of Thorns, there was a certain item, an item we actually had here called Mordry, and this is something that actually eats all your bloodstone dust. And this was very much a big thing that a lot of people wanted to get, and you actually got it by doing this, harvesting these cypress saplings. Now, these get you the elderwood logs. Now, at one point, these were at 22 copper. That's right, 22 copper. And this was the big farming spot. This is over here. This is the big farming spot for the logs. Now, bear in mind that these are worth 2 silver. 2 silver, okay? So, right now, I'm harvesting. You get, there's a nice harvesting banner, so maybe I'll be getting a few more. But I wanted to show you, I've just logged here, and it's going to take me less than 60 seconds. Okay, I've got a Fox Fire cluster as well. That would have been ideal back then, back in the day. But here we go. So I'm just salvaging away, just harvesting away, getting my axe out, pressing F, not doing anything else, not fighting, doing anything else. And here we go. Let's see how much I'm actually going to earn. And again, press F. And this is how you make gold right now. So there we go. 22 logs. Let's see how much we're going to sell those for. Okay, that's going to make us 41 silver again. So just by doing these 3 little farms, you can make yourself a gold in about 5 minutes. Not bad. In fact, it's probably better than farming than actually making these more money than dungeons were. And this is where it comes in, guys. Obviously, these markets are likely to fluctuate, so this does come with a disclaimer. But right now, these items are very, very useful. A lot of the legendaries, which are easier to make now, particularly the precursors, will need these items. So I hope this video has been sort of, something that you can pay attention to and be like, okay, maybe I wasn't even bothering to harvest these. Definitely I should be doing that from now on. If you do see these, the elderwood logs, want to harvest them because they're worth money. Anyway, please leave any comments you have on the section below. If do you like the fact this is a way to make gold in Guild Wars 2? Is this a little bit tedious? Dungeons, you actually had fun playing them, kind of. You actually had to fight. This is just going around pressing F. It's, even the Silver Waste farm, okay? You have to run around the map, and you have to fight occasionally because you need the shovels. But it's, again, you were pressing F to open the chests. This is just going around looking for nodes. So anyway, that's my opinion on this, guys. This is something, it is a way to make gold right now. It's basically what I'm doing to make gold, because gold is very, very much more negated now, how you can make gold in Guild Wars 2. And I'm hoping this will be an opportunity for you to go out there and earn some gold yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.